Hey everybody, back with another video. This is hopefully going to be a quick one. I've been doing, Tim on Klov had started a thread, and there's been many threads and videos about tumbling parts and all that stuff, from pinball to arcade games and stuff like that. But I had a tumbler that was Harbor Freight, and it got a hole in it, motor burned out, and I do like Harbor Freight just for cheap stuff, and I have this dual rotary rock tumbler that I tumble parts in, as well as I have this ultrasonic cleaner that I've used to clean parts. Like recently I got some good results doing coin mechs. Just throw the coin mechs in there, clean them up, and they work real smooth after that. But I wanted to get another tumbler. And I saw this one on Amazon. It was about $100, which is probably $40 more than what a Harbor Freight one was. But I feel like it might be bigger with the bowl. The bowl size might be bigger or something. I'm not sure. And it's a Lyman brand, which is a little bit better, hopefully, than the cheaper ones. And I got the Pro Magnum 2500 Pro standard. The autoflow just allows you to remove the media through like a hole or something like that. I don't need that. I can dump it out and strain it myself. So mostly these are for doing, like, what do you call it, when you do reshell bullets and stuff like that. I can't think of it, but that's usually what these tumblers are used for. But a lot of arcade people and pinball people use them to polish up arcade parts or pinball parts. So quick unboxing. Let's see what we got. All right, hopefully this is fine right here. Let's see here. We got our lid, instructions. I can't see a damn thing. There we go. Now this is plastic instead of the rubber, and the one from Harbor Freight was kind of like a different kind of plastic, and it got a hole in it, and then the media leaked down. Now the other thing is it does have a cone shape, which a lot of times you can see it almost looks like a funnel, where other I don't know, baskets or whatever you want to call this don't have this cone, and people put a funnel and they kind of rig it so it has a funnel. So I'm curious to see what this is going to look like as far as the media moving through the parts and stuff. And then looks like that's the tumbler. We just have some light assembly to do. That's everything in the box, so I guess we just have to kind of mount this on here like this, right onto that rubber, and put this in there. It looks like it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's for ammunition reloading. So this whole Lyman, I didn't know this. I guess Lyman does a ton of products for reloading. Like, they make all of this stuff, reloading shell holders, priming arms, die sets. Tells you like different styles of cartridges and stuff. And I am not a big gun enthusiast, so I wouldn't know what half that crap is. But I do find it kind of interesting. Wow, interesting. But all the way at the back is the install instructions of, I think, somewhere. There we go. The different tumblers, and you can see that the Pro is bigger, and that's why I went and spent a little bit more money, because I wanted something a little bit bigger. Obviously, from Lyman, it's to do more ammunition or cartridges. but I wanted just to do bigger parts, I guess, hopefully. And it does have some assembly instructions right here. Remove the main post, parts bag, blah, 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 blah. So I'll read that and try to assemble this real quick. All right, let's see if we can assemble this here. We got 3 washers, 2 wing nuts, 1 nut, and a threaded rod. And it says basically first thing is thread this nut on about 1 inch. That's probably about 1 inch right there. Washer, put a washer on. Oh, take this bowl off. And then go into the base until it stops. It says about 5 turns. That's about 5 turns. And then, but it's also kind of stopped already. So, and then tighten this down. That should be good, I think. Then we slide the bolt on. Hopefully. Like that. And then another washer. And a wing nut. It says this can hold 6 pounds, because I have the 2500, 6 pounds of media, and do something like 300 cartridges or something, but obviously I'm using it not for ammo. And then, does it go in like this? Yeah, I think it goes on. Yeah, definitely it probably goes on this way. And it's important to have this down all the way as well. And but I don't have any media in there, so let's take this to the garage and load it up. All right, in the garage, and I de-rusted and evaporust some of these parts from Cinestar. So these are just regular metal Williams parts. These were actually in really good shape. And then I have some bolts that I did not de-rust, and some, let's see here, that I did, like this one. And I'm just going to throw my media. There's my walnut shell. I'm going to throw it in there, and then throw in some. I honestly don't know how much media to put in here, but this thing is pretty darn quiet. Let's see here. And look at the action with no parts in it. Look at the action on that thing. I don't know why one is on one side more than the other, but whatever. So we'll put a couple parts in. And then turn it on. Okay, those parts make it a little bit of noise. I don't know how much media. It says 6 pounds. I have no idea. I didn't measure it. So I don't know how full you're supposed to get this thing. I might put some more in. Yeah, so I put a little bit more in, and it's definitely... Man, that thing is quiet, and look at the action of the shell, walnut shell. I might even put a little bit more in, I'm not sure. Yeah, compared to my Harbor Freight one, I mean, this is way better. I mean, listen to that thing. It's barely even moving. Alright, I'm going to come back in a couple hours. It's been at least a couple hours, and I'm painting, so my hands are a mess. Hard to tell if it's drastically different or better at this point. You can see there's, I don't know what I'm expecting off these. Let me see if I can find I mean, it's definitely smoother. See if I can find a... What am I looking for? One of the, there we go. One of the carriage bolts. That was one that wasn't de-rusted. So it's not really taking like the paint off or the rust even, I don't think. So yeah, this is something you gotta de-rust first, and this is really just for polishing, probably. And I didn't put any blitz in there or anything like that. Blitz, whatever it's called. Alright, so let me leave it in there. I think I might let it run a full 24 hours, we'll see. I am amazed by the velocity though that the media that this thing is working with and how quiet it is. I mean, you don't even have to leave the lid on it. I mean, you should, but there's like some dust coming up, obviously. But wow, that's pretty cool. It's been about at least 24 hours, I think. Let's take these parts out. I saw this little trick on YouTube. Somebody. Oh, the paint's not even off. The rust, I don't know if you can see that in the light. That doesn't look super great. Okay. Is it polished up? I mean, it's hard for me to tell. I'm in the shadow. I have a damn shadow. There we go. Yeah, I think so. These I did not de-rust. If you can see that right there. And it doesn't look like it took off the rust. So that, either soak them in Evaporust. You definitely need to de-rust them first, basically. But it is smooth. That looks pretty good. Probably need to clean these a little bit afterwards, because it, just to make sure all the walnut shell is out of there, because it's kind of in the crannies of some of the stuff. These always look pretty decent anyway. Alright, this is one that I did de-rust. Not super smooth or anything, but it could have been pretty, fairly pitted to begin with. Yeah, I mean the hinges are looking pretty decent. I did end up putting some metal polish in here, but it wasn't like the flits or whatever. But honestly, I can't really tell. Oh wow. Now that one did come out pretty decent. I think it'd probably be quicker and faster if I just put them on my little bench grinder like that and then painted them, honestly. But I'm trying different things. I mean, that looks probably better than what it was, but I mean, it was already kind of, you're not going to be able to get it probably perfect. I'm wondering if I could put a different media in here and see if I get like more de-rusting action or what that's like. Like some a little bit more cutting type of material. Hard to say. But anyway, I still think this thing is awesome. If you're going to do tumbling, this tumbler is nice. And I've got to figure out how I'm going to wrap up this video. Alright, this came out of the walnut shell, and it still has a little bit of discoloration, so I figured I'd just run it on my wheel here real quick. I can't do it really with one hand here. pause and come back. All right, and that's how it came out after about just a couple minutes, maybe tops, of just working on it. Now this thing was heavily rusted and was pitted and stuff, so I would say, you know, not ideal for the walnut shell. But let me look at this one right here so I can actually see. All right, that's after the walnut shell. And this side looks pretty good, but let me put this on my little, what is that, wire wheel. I'm not actually polishing it with the polishing wheel, but I could. All right, there we go. A little bit better, but I think it's just because it's so heavily pitted that, I mean, you're not going to get it. The finish is pretty much gone from this thing. So, like, you're not going to get it super great, I don't think. I'd have to really spend some time polishing it. So, overall, I think I'm pretty happy with the results. Am I? Yeah, I think I am. I don't know. These bolts right here. Interesting. Yeah, that one doesn't look great. Let me put that on the. There's that bolt right there. It comes out much better, and it literally like 10 seconds to 30 seconds, not even a minute. This, for especially doing carriage bolts, if you just want to like prep them and then you're going to paint them, I would just use this grinding wheel. I mean, de-rust them, polish them up right here. I mean, wire brush them real quick, spray some primer and paint, you're done. You don't need to mess with that. But that thing is bad, so I do like it. And with that, I'm going to end the video. Cheers, guys. I'm still figuring out my little method, you know, which polishing stuff I want to do and all that kind of stuff. All right, cheers.